holier than the pain of our own reality. We want to find a way to live through the misery. Coming to terms with myself as an alcoholic, as an addict, was a shock. I felt ashamed and demoralized by my dependency, but more than anything, I was sick of being afraid. Done with being silent, I swore to myself that I would no longer allow anything or anyone to rob me of the right to my story. I was told the first step was to remove alcohol, and I did. But I also felt that right was never mine in the first place. I knew there was a time when I was whole. I was very young, and the moment was fleeting, but I knew who the fuck I was. And I know that confidence was taken from me. That was why I drank. I was in too much pain to feel, flayed by my own numbness. The pain I felt was the pain of not feeling. I was stripped of the essence of what makes us human. I've told this story in fragments because it's the closest I can get to the truth. I want to tell you the truth, trust me. I want you to trust me. And the fact is, I wasn't cured with an epiphany, blinded by the white light of a heavenly vision. I didn't dig into scholarly texts or see a doctor. There was no intervention. I stopped reaching outside of myself to be told what I knew best. I sat. I allowed myself to feel. I gave myself time for my instincts to return. I stopped doubting and questioning them. I listened, knowing there was a reason they were here. Instincts exist for a reason. But I don't have the answers. That's also the truth. In place of answers, I offer you a story, my story, though it's not really about me. No story is ever about one person, and I wasn't interested in a character study. This is a journey study, the embodied experience of a family full of firsts. The first to go to college, the first to own a house, the first to write a book, the first to get sober. Being first in the family is just another way to tell a story about who we are. It's a story we tell ourselves and one we proudly tell others. But what does it really mean to be first? It can mean ending cycles of generational trauma, yet it can also mean lighting the match that burns fresh blisters. It can mean liberation, it can mean achievement, but such prizes can be burdens too. Eventually, every substance stops working. They lose their anesthetizing effect, their energizing power. The tang of the Kool-Aid dulls. If we're lucky, we come to a place of powerlessness. We tell the truth, we tell our story, and we purge the lies from our system. We finally see things as they are. That's the story, a kind of meta-story, that I most want to share. This story, this dream, was the first drug to seduce me. It's the story we're all told, an addiction we all share. My family's misunderstanding of substance use disorder wasn't due to their ignorance or inclination towards callous judgment, but it was a result of that addictive story. This story is the poison, as powerful as that first hit. This story tells us that we aren't sick, we're bad, that we'll be safe when we arrive, that our threadbare bootstraps can hold, that failure is inadequacy, constitutional incapability. That story is the American dream. It is the ultimate gateway drug. Where I got sober, the American dream was baked into the recovery process. In some ways, it was its founding document. I got clean and I got clear in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, an organization founded by two white men who didn't think much about how people like me, a brown woman in debt, not from drinking, but from the failures of a system that propped up people who looked like them, would fit into their program of recovery. Still, it saved my life, and for that I am grateful. But it was just the beginning. The longer I stayed, the deeper.